Hey, blimey, hi kids. We're kind of late getting off work today. Hey, it's good to be home.
Oh, I'll say, how'd your first day at seminary go? Hi, Delane.
Yeah, how'd things go? You look kind of strange.
How did they? Hi. It was the first day. How did they go, Tris?
What's happening here?
They didn't go extremely well.
I got in a fist fight.
A fist fight?
Hey, the first day.
At theological seminary? It happened in the fellowship hall before class.
A fist? Why, Tris? Why? Now, there's a crazy bunch of people there. You think just because it's a theological seminary, everybody's going to be a really nice person. Well, I'm sorry, but they're not. Especially this guy, Arvin Bowles. I slugged him. It knocked him completely out.
Tristan!
Hey, blimey, what did he do to cause that? Well, he was an a-hole from the beginning. I don't know why. I went there with good intentions. Delane can vouch for that. Everybody else can vouch for that. But we were trying to mind our own business, and he started off by flirting with Delane and asking a lot of personal questions, and he grabbed the seat I was going to take. I was just fixing to sit down, and then he just scurried right in front of me, and plopped down on purpose. I mean, just to annoy me. Well, I let that go, and he kept, it's hard to explain, but everything I'd say, he'd try to counter it, like he was picking a fight,
He was really jealous of Tristan. I guess because, Tris is famous and everything. I think that's what was at the bottom of it. Well, what about Reverend Reinhardt? What did he think of all this?
Well, we'll get to that in a minute. I'm trying to explain what I did. I kept ignoring it, okay? And he seemed to be pushing all the buttons that got me going. He was talking about, was I going to give up show business? Was I going to get out of music? And, that was contrary to what we were doing there. And, just butting in all over the place. And I said, no, I have no plans to get out of any of that. And I don't know, one thing led to the other, and some of it I've forgotten now. But he said, he accused me of not liking anybody but my own family. And I said, well, sure I like my own family. You got a major problem with that? And then he smarted off something or other that and kind of shoved at me. And before I knew what I was doing, my fist flew out, and I smacked him in the jaw, and he toppled over backwards and went out like a light.
Oh, my heavens!
Well, you packed quite a wallop, didn't you? What happened? Did he stay out? Did he come back too? Or where was Reverend Reinhardt? Or Rhino, or what's his name? Yeah, Reinhardt. He looks kind of like a rhino. Yeah, well, he came in, not too long after it happened. I don't know if somebody went and got him or what, but yeah, he went over to help Arvin back up, and Arvin came back too pretty quickly, but he seemed to be in a state of shock for the rest of the time. And Reverend Reinhardt is one of those guys that's really convinced that every time they start a new year at seminary that the devil tries to do everything possible to discourage the people from going, and so he kind of, unfortunately, blamed it on devilish influences instead of giving me too hard of a time about it. I mean, Delane kind of diffused the situation. She explained to him what happened. I was just seething. I was just standing there glaring, and I was ready to probably punch Reverend Reinhardt if he didn't look out. I mean, I was so mad because I didn't have any of this planned, you know? Ay, blimey. Yeah. Oh, that's funny, but that really is the first day of fist fight at the theological seminary. Has it happened before? I don't think so. He didn't say it ever had happened before, but he didn't act too weirded out about it. Maybe he could tell what a bunghole that Arvin is. I mean, Arvin, which is he? It's Arvin.
He was a real smart aleck, it's true. Oh, I would never have expected. I mean, I thought that maybe you might have been overwhelmed with all of the new stuff you'd be studying, or maybe even bored. But I never expected it would have been this.
Yeah, me either. Wow. Well, did things go okay after that? As good as they could. I mean, he made us apologize to each other. And then we went out of the fellowship hall, which was kind of an ironic place to have this fight. But then we went into the class. You know, we sat down and attempted to start with his lessons on discipleship. It was boring. I mean, it was really dry. And this guy, Reverend Reinhardt, he's really obsessed with the idea of multiple personality development. I mean, disorder. He likes to talk about that, and he kept sidetracking off onto that. He's kind of a psychologist-minded type of person, you know. Yeah. Did he think that you had multiple personality disorder? He probably suspected it. Kind of asked me a lot of odd questions. He seemed to take a big interest in the whole behavioral side of it, you know. And of course, everybody already knows about my other episodes, and it sort of made things uncomfortable to get started with. But I tried to concentrate on the stuff, but I started really yawning, and I don't know, it was like an attack. I just kept yawning, and everyone could see it, and people look at me a lot anyway, you know, just because I'm in the movies and stuff. I don't know, you guys, if this is going to work out. I feel really ready to quit already. Oh, no, now, come on, you don't have to quit. It was a challenging day, let's say.
Oh, yeah, well, maybe Reverend Reinhardt had a point that this is an attack, maybe from the dark side, to try to keep you from doing something good. You know how it is. Every time anyone tries to improve themselves and do better, there is kind of a retaliation from the other side. Yeah, well, I don't seem to be getting any help from the good side that's supposed to help me. What am I supposed to retaliate back with to fight it? I mean, the lesson was not interesting. I have to say, even Delane thought it was dull, but that's not
so bad. I mean, you can't start off with the great stuff right away, I know. And I mean, I knew before I went there was going to be a lot of plotting type of things. I didn't want to, but we have to get through them. But he kept sidetracking onto the multiple personality disorder thing. And, I mean, that's interesting, but not when you're kind of the focus of it.